Welcome, listener, to another deep dive. Today, we're taking your sources on quite a fascinating journey. We're heading to a unique corner of the world, a place often called the Abode of Clouds.
That's right. And our goal here is really to dig into the most important insights, maybe some surprising facts, from the materials you sent about Meghalaya. It's a state in northeast India.
Yeah.
We want you to come away with a real feel for its incredible natural beauty, but also its very distinct culture.
And the excerpts you shared, they really paint a picture, don't they? I mean, a land where it rains, like really rains, more than almost anywhere else.
Record-breaking levels.
And bridges that literally grow from trees. And societies where women carry the family lineage. We're going to unpack what your sources say makes Meghalaya so special.
Okay, so where should we start? Maybe the geography?
Good idea.
Your sources place it bordering Assam and Bangladesh. It's one of Northeast India's 7 sister states. You know, that collective term.
Right, those distinct regions up there.
Exactly. And it's known globally as, well, one of the wettest places on Earth. You've got Mawsynram and Cherrapunji, just unparalleled rainfall.
And that intense rain, it shapes everything.
Absolutely. It's why you get these incredibly lush green hills, really dense forests, waterfalls everywhere, natural caves too. It creates this cool, misty climate pretty much year-round.
Sounds amazing for nature lovers.
Yeah.
But beyond the landscapes, your sources really zoom in on the people. Let's talk about the tribes mentioned, the Khasi, Garo.
Yeah, those are the major ones highlighted. Each has its own distinct language customs. But what really stands out in the material, and it's quite unique globally, is the matrilineal society.
Okay, tell us more about that. How does it work?
Well, the sources detail how women traditionally inherit property, and crucially, lineage is traced through the mother's side.
Which is, yeah, a big contrast to the patriarchal systems we see in most other places.
Definitely. It really makes you think about different ways societies can be structured, you know, about gender roles and family power. And this social structure, it seems deeply connected to their environment and traditions. There's a strong element of nature worship mentioned, vibrant oral traditions, community councils playing a big role.
And festivals, too.
Oh, yes, like the Khasi's Shadsuk Minsim dance or the Garo's Wangala Harvest Festival. They give you a real glimpse into this rich heritage. And interestingly, English is also an official language.
Bridging old and new. And didn't the sources also mention something about village pride? Like cleanliness.
Right, that connects to the community values. Villages like Mawsynram are famous, even known as Asia's cleanest village. It points to a strong collective effort.
Wow. And speaking of collaboration, especially with nature, we absolutely have to talk about those living root bridges. The sources make them sound incredible.
They really are something else. They're hand-grown, essentially, from the roots of rubber trees, the Ficus elastica.
Hand-grown. Over time.
Exactly, over generations. It's this amazing long-term partnership between people and nature. UNESCO recognizes them, too. It's not just building something, it's cultivating living architecture that actually gets stronger over time.
That's just such a different philosophy from how we usually build things.
It really is. And the natural wonders don't stop there. Your sources also mentioned the Daki River.
Oh yeah, the water is supposed to be crystal clear.
So clear, apparently, that boats look like they're floating on air. And then you have Shillong, the capital, known as the Scotland of the East for its hills.
And also, surprisingly, India's rock music capital.
Yeah.
That's a fun detail from the sources.
Yeah, quite a mix. But, you know, while we see this picture of harmony and wonder, the sources also touch on the real-world challenges Meghalaya faces.
Right, it's not all just misty hills and living bridges. What about things like balancing tradition with, well, modern life?
That's a key tension mentioned. Your sources point to difficulties like limited infrastructure, especially in the more remote areas, and unemployment among young people is also a concern.
Trying to find that balance.
It's definitely a delicate act. But even with these challenges, Meghalaya remains this incredible biodiversity hotspot. The sources mention rare orchids, unique butterflies, loads of birds.
A reminder of what they're working to protect while developing.
Precisely. So, wrapping up this deep dive into your sources, Meghalaya really emerges as this place defined by, well, extremes of nature, like the rainfall, but also by unique cultural practices like the matrilineal societies and this incredible living architecture.
Yeah, it's a land where nature and culture feel completely intertwined. It challenges a lot of assumptions, I think.
It certainly offers a fresh perspective.
So maybe a final thought for you, listener, as you reflect on all this. What can Meghalaya teach us about different ways of life, especially that idea of working with nature, like with the root bridges, over such long time scales, rather than just trying to conquer it? What possibilities open up when your infrastructure literally grows? Something to think about.